always, my name is Shaibu, a fourth year PhD student in economics. So I have good news to share with you, and I'm very excited about it. I have created the best visa interview coaching course in the whole world. This is based on over 7 years of coaching so many students, most of whom are already here in the US. Section 1 of the course is about everything that you need from admission to visa interview, with videos on the I-20, DX1C form, visa appointment booking, service fee, and the visa fee. Section 2 will show you how to fill the DX1C form correctly and how to book a visa interview appointment. Section 3 briefly explains what the visa interview is about. Section 4 gives detailed explanations of about 50 F1 visa interview questions with close to 150 sample answers. By the end of this section, you'll be able to craft your unique answers to all the visa interview questions. Section 5 goes through the visa interview approval experiences of students that I have helped in various ways. Section 6 is about avoiding the mistakes that other students made during their visa interviews, leading to Hi guys, welcome to another live session, another mock session actually. Um, I am supposed to interview two people today, but I have only one person, so I don't know why the other person hasn't joined. So yeah, it is what it is. What doesn't make me happy about these things is that you have so many people wanting to be part of the mock session, and then you select two people, and then one of them, fails you. Like that doesn't really sounds good, but yeah, I guess people don't like free things because it's free, so people don't really take it personal. If they had paid money, I think everybody would have showed up. So I don't have a problem. If you want to join late, you can just let me know early, that something has come up and so I should give you a few minutes. Like actually this live session we are starting a few minutes late. I don't know, maybe like about 4 or 5 minutes late, because one of the students has something to do. The one I'm going to interview, he had something that he had to take care of quickly, so he let me know, and then I waited for him to finish, and then like before going live. That's just how it should be. But yeah, people don't like free things, so it is what it is. Let me know where you are watching this from, and also if you have any question, leave it in the comment section. I want to emphasize that this mock session is just my opinion, right? I try to listen to what students have to say about why they deserve the visa, and then I give my opinion on it. It is likely that I will miss something, right? And so if I miss something and then you see it, you can point it out to me. And also what I say is not like final. Okay, yeah, of course what I do is it's almost like how it should be, right? I have been coaching students for so many years, and so everything I do is based on experiences, but I am human and I can also make mistakes. I just wanted to say this before we actually start. So I have Akeem. So Akeem, can you hear me? Hello, Akeem. Akeem, are you there? Hello, Akeem. Hello, Akeem.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can
I
you hear
can hear
me?
you.
Okay.
Yes, I can hear you.
All right. Cool. Um. So, who is sponsoring your studies?
I will be sponsoring my study through scholarship, which I got from my school. I was given a 20% dean scholarship by the faculty, which will cover part of my tuition fee. I also got a loan from Empower International Student Loan, which I will be using to fund part of my study. So this Empower student loan cover part of my living expenses as well as my tuition, cover the remaining part of the money. I got about 32,300, $36,300 loan from them. Also, my family fund will also be used as part of funding of my study. My father has dedicated about $10,000 to be part of my study, which will also support the loan and other money I've gotten. So all this money will be used to fund my study. So my father is an auto spare part dealer, and he also has a farm in Osun State. So he's as an auto spare part dealer. He sell spare parts in Ibadan. He has a showroom in Ararom International Market. He has about 10 people that is working under him. So all this money is available for me, and I will be able to use it to fund my education, and the loan I will be able to pay it back once I get back to Nigeria to work in the public health role as a senior researcher or as a program director with NGO in Nigeria. So this loan is so good, such that I will only pay back after at the end of my study.
Akeem, you've been watching the live session. You know I don't like loans. So why did you why based on okay, hold on, let me see. Because I don't think I always ask students about their funding because I always want to know what how they are sponsoring their studies. And
Okay.
okay, well,
Sorry.
you didn't tell me. Well, I no, not really sorry because I don't. I think I don't ask students how they are sponsoring their studies. I think I've not. I don't ask students. It's not part of the questions. I ask about the cost of attendance, the scholarship, and then the deficit. So yeah, so that's something I should have asked. So going forward, I think I need to add that. But Akim, I know you know I don't like loans. So why did you present a loan to me? Okay, well,
So
what is what? So how much interest are you paying? Yeah, you said the loan is 32,000. How much interest are you paying?
yes, at the interest rate of 15.99%.
So what is the interest? How much interest are you paying?
So I will pay the loan for the over the period of 10 years. However, I will be paying the interest, only paying interest while I'm studying, and this interest is about $500 per month while I'm studying. So which will be paid by my father while I'm studying.
How much is the total interest that you are expected to pay by the time you finish the program?
By the time I finish the program, the money has already been divided. It depends on how I paid. If I pay, the longer the period of I will pay, that is how it is calculated. It's expected that if it take me up to 10 years before I paid, so I will be paying back about $85,000 if it take me up to 10 years before I pay this money back. But if I pay earlier, so this money will reduce. If I pay in 3 years, I will pay less than that.
Okay. So in case any of you missed what Akim said, Akim, so let's look at something, okay? You are getting a loan of 32,000 and then you are
33
paying
36,000
36,000.
36,300.
Okay,
$300.
36,300. Yeah. You are getting a loan of 36,300 and they've given you 10 years, right? Is
Yes.
it they've given you 10 years, which means that within the 10 years the 36,000 is now going to be 85,000. So Empower is getting it's more like an interest of 50,000, almost $50,000 for a loan of 36,000. Your program is a 2-year program, which means that if you take
Yes.
uh twice 36,000, let's assume that you come and then you don't get any funding, right, in the second year, you are going to pay a total of 70, you are going to collect a loan of 72,000 and then end up paying an interest like the interest and then the principal. The total is going to be more than 150,000, almost, let's say 170,000. So you are getting 72,000
Yes.
and then you are paying a total amount of 170,000. I don't know if you guys watching,
Yes.
are paying attention to these numbers. This is one of the reasons why I don't like student going for loan, because the reality is that it could take you 10 years to pay it off. It's not easy to pay it off. Even after your program and you have a job, you are not going to be able to pay it off. It's not easy. It's not easy. Like, I have been in the US for more than 8 years. I don't think there is anybody in the study abroad space who has been in the US as long as I have been. I don't know, but I don't, all the people that I know, I don't think anybody has been in the US as long as I have been. I have seen so many things. And when I talk to students and I tell them I don't like loan and all of that, it is because of what I have seen. It is dangerous. You are not here yet, so you are thinking it is the only option you have. But if you cannot get a scholarship to come to the US, what makes you think when you come you can get a good job to pay off the loan? Let's assume you know in your argument you are saying you are going back to your home country. So you going back to your home country, how much are you sure you can make that money in your home country to pay this loan? I came back to the study abroad space after almost a year, and there are a lot of things I don't like in the study abroad space, and I am working so hard to make sure students do the right thing. There are so many students here in the US, they are struggling. There are people who have reached out to me about their struggles, and I can't really do anything except to tell them to suggest certain things to them. Go to the international office, do this, do this. Few things that I can suggest. I don't have the money to support them, right? So that is why I'm very concerned when students are making mistakes like this. You have no idea what you are doing. Let's say you come and then for some reasons you want to do your PhD after your program. Because you have taken the loan, you have to pay off the loan. The pay off everything before you can start your PhD. Because PhD, they are not going to pay you enough to be able to, you know, repay your loan and all of that. It means you have to keep working to pay off the loan before you can think about PhD. It is dangerous. Empower is a business entity. All they care about is profits. Even if you have to be ignorant, they will take advantage of you. This is why I don't like students using loans. Like, I hate loans, right? I have never taken a loan in my life, but I have been in some, messy credit card, messy credit card debt, and that influences the way I talk to people. Maybe I'm wrong. You can use a loan, come and then get a good job, pay off the loan, and all of that. It's possible, right? But realistically, it is not ideal. And when something is not ideal, I don't want to encourage anybody, right? This is why when I asked you how much are you going to pay in total, you couldn't even tell me the $85,000. If the visa officer asks you how much are you going to pay in total, and then you keep winding around, not being direct about exactly how much you are going to pay, the visa officer will deny you. The probability of getting your visa approved with a loan is very low. This is something I have to tell you, because most of the time it depends on your job, being able to articulate the job you do, your responsibilities, and what you are coming back home to do, and all of that. If you are not able to express this very well, you'll be denied. There are so many people who use loans and they are denied. So using a loan, you're actually going to waste money, because you are using a loan, you are going to pay service fee of $350, visa fee of $185. When you add it to more than $500 plus other expenses, maybe you have to go to the embassy on the day, and then you are going to spend money and all of that. You are spending more than $500 to process your visa using a loan, and if you are denied, you have wasted the $500. Meanwhile, this $500 could have been invested very well. I have made a video that I'm going to post on Tuesday, which has to do with statistics about international students in the US. There are more than 1 million international students in the US, more than 1 million, 1.1 million. And you can see that there are more than 800,000 international students from Asia. Asia alone, more than 800 international students. Africa, there are just 50,000 Africans in the US, just 50,000 Africans, right? Which means there are a lot of opportunities for Africans. People don't want to spend the time to take the GRE, to prepare application materials well, spend time doing research into people don't want to do it. But there are a lot of scholarships, a lot of graduate assistantships, a lot of opportunities in the US. There are so many. People just don't want to put in the work. That's the only thing. If you are willing to put in the work, you will come. You will come. Even if it takes you 2 years, it is better for you to come and then not worry about how you are going to repay your loan. Right now, I made a video, that I posted on TikTok, which I think I am posting it tomorrow, like a short. Probably I'm posting it tomorrow also, or I don't know if I posted it today. It has to do with, you meet a girl, and then you are like, wow, this girl is beautiful. At that moment, all you are thinking about is sleeping with a girl. That's all you are thinking about, because it's like, wow, I can't wait, that kind of thing. You go to bed with the girl after that, and then you realize that, oh, I didn't even check whether this girl has something, like a sexually transmitted disease or something. Then you contract it, and then now you have to deal with it, and then you regret what you have done. This is just the same thing, with some of you. All you are thinking about is, oh, when I come to the US is going to solve all my problems. And then you enter the US, and then reality dawns on you. You realize, oh, wow, this is a bad idea. There are so many people who wish they can go back home, do everything right, and come back again. But they cannot come back. They cannot go back home right now, because it's a mess. They already owe and they already have the visa. They go back and then they go for the interview again. The visa officer will think they are not serious and that kind of thing. So they have to fight. That fight is not an easy fight, especially with Trump in power. Things are not going to be easy. That's why I tell me, if I were you, I will not go for the interview. But you've already spent money on your service fee and all of these things. I don't know what you are going to do. I don't know. This is not ideal, and it's not ideal. There are so many scholarships. Most students don't want to spend $500 to do the right thing, right? They don't want to spend that, but they are willing to pay. They are willing to spend $100,000 in future because they think the future is going to be easy. That kind of thing. I don't know. I don't know. People will be chasing a free application fee, get a school with small scholarship, and then they spend so much money processing the visa only to be denied. Meanwhile, they could have used that money to process to do good applications and then get good offers. When you tell somebody, you know, pay $40, get into the coaching course, and then get all the information you need to be able to prepare well for your interview. They are like, $40 is too much. But then they will waste $100, they will waste $500, process the visa to be denied. And then they come back and then they are now, I don't know. And it's just who we are, human beings. This is how we think. I don't know. So Akeem, you are not new to the channel and you are not new to this live session. I've seen you a few times and all of that. Last week you were here, right? And you already know my stance on loans, and you know because I've told you everything that I needed to tell you, I can still go ahead and ask you a few questions. But at the end of the day, you know what I think, right? So how many schools do you apply to?
Yeah.
I know I've
I
told you of
applied to
them.
three
So
schools.
okay, you applied 3 schools, yeah.
I, I applied to three schools. I applied to University of New Haven. I applied to Wayne State University and also applied to Louisiana State University, Shreveport. So I was offered admission in University of New Haven, and I was also offered admission at Wayne State University. So
Okay.
I
You know, okay, what is your GPA? Don't lie to me.
I'm a medical degree holder, so most of our degrees did not come with a GPA, so it was only present there as on as
Okay,
per
what are you
score,
coming to
which the
study?
school said they can interpret.
What are you coming to study?
I'm studying Master of Public Health.
That's the thing. So, Akeem, I mean, those of you don't know, when Akeem, the reason why Akeem had to delay a little bit is that he had to take care of patients, right? So I had to give him, a few minutes to get himself ready. So, Akeem, you are being a medical student. You are very intelligent. Like you are very smart, and all of this. How I see it, right? So the thing is that the public health you are coming to study, most schools don't give scholarships, right? I have seen a lot of people going to New University of New Haven. I've never seen anybody going to New Haven with a good offer, like a GA. Maybe I have not seen it, but I've seen maybe other people that I come across. There are people with no good funding. So I don't know much about New University of New Haven, but I've seen so many people, like more than 10 people, and no good offer. So I don't know if it's the school. But also the public health thing, people rarely get funded. Public health, we did a live session about 3 weeks ago. We explored public health programs, and we came across some schools that at least you can get something. If you get a good offer, like even if it's partial funding, when you come to the US, you have a good chance of surviving. But with a loan, it is not easy. So, if I were you with your background, I would try to explore, public health programs. There are so many that if you take your time and you explore, you're going to get, some assistantship income. And also, what I tell students is that sometimes don't just, I know you want to do public health, but probably you may want to look at something that is closely related to public health, not necessarily public health, but something that is closely related to public health, so that you can take public health courses and all of that, and then end up with a degree in a different field, right? Which can still enhance your career. So, yeah, well, okay. So you got two admissions, right? That's good. And why did you choose University of New Haven?
I choose University of New Haven because when I doing my research, my interest actually lies in learning under people who are not just do have.
Hello, Akeem, are you there? Hello, Akeem. Akeem is there, but um,
Believe that I will be able to learn better, which will align with the goal of what I want to
Akeem,
do when I come back to Nigeria.
Akeem, there was a
Yes,
problem with
yes,
there was a problem with your audio. Can you take that again? Why did you choose the University of New Haven?
okay. During my research, I decided to go for University of New Haven. Haven't checked through the professors which are in the department, and I realized that a good number of them who specialize in the area that I want to specialize, which is the epidemiology of non-communicable disease. They are not just people who are professors only, they are also practitioners of public health. This align with my goal, and I believe that I will be able to learn better under this category of professors, which will be able to show me more into the practice. So this I prefer this. I believe this will be better for me when I come back to practice at home. Secondly, going to University of New Haven is the decision I based on my discussion with Professor Kalmingis, which has written a lot of research paper on epidemiology of non-communicable disease in US. So I spoke with him, and he was so interested with the area and tried to write my thesis, which is one earth approach to non-communicable disease. So he told
Okay.
me that he doesn't have a funding,
Let
but
me.
if I gain an admission, he'll be able to mentor me properly.
Hello. So, before you like, based on this answer, okay, let me just give you my comment quickly. The first thing is that,
Hello?
yeah, you can hear me, right?
Okay, I can hear you now.
Okay. So you said you came across they have a lot of professors with interest in your research area, which is epidemiology, right? And they are
Who are
practitioners of.
also practitioners, not just lecturers.
Well, this answer can actually be more straightforward than the way you are making it. Like you said, it's too long, which is all you are trying to say is, maybe in your research you came across, um, you came the in your research you realize that the public health program at the University of New Haven has professors with research in with research focus on epidemiology or something, which is what you are interested in. I don't know, maybe that's probably shorter. And you talking about a particular professor, uh you said the person has a lot of research with and
Yeah.
he was interested in your research topic and stuff like that. If that is true, why didn't the school sponsor you? Because whenever I can tell you that you didn't talk to any professor, I can tell you it's not true. Am I lying? I'm not lying, right?
Yeah.
I'm not lying, exactly. Because and the visa officer can also tell that you are not telling the truth. Because I tell students make a lot of mistakes like this. If you take somebody's transcript, you could be in trouble because it is case by case. You taking somebody's transcript, the person in his transcript said, oh, he reached out to a professor. Maybe that person had a good assistantship. And so then the story will make sense. You don't have any scholarship, so that story will not fit you. That's what I think. How did you hear about University of New Haven?
I knew about University of Avon during my research on Google when I was checking about schools that offer public health. So I got to know them through my researches.
Okay. That's not complete. You came across New Haven, and then the question is how did you hear about it? You also have to say how. So it's more like you came across it in your research, but what did you find in your research? That's the whole thing. That's what will make it complete. What did you find which made you decide to apply to the school? Does that make sense?
Okay,
Do you
okay.
understand my point?
Yeah.
So why the
Yes, I
US?
understand your point. Yes, I choose to study in US rather than my country because of I am aware based on my research that US is the largest healthcare facility and fund has the largest funding for healthcare all over the world. So and this will give me opportunity to learn because I will be doing a practicum about 200-hour practicum, which means I will be doing a kind of posting in healthcare centers around the state of Connecticut. So US being the largest funding of healthcare, I'll be able to expose to the world-class technology in the healthcare sector, and which will make
what
me
is
learn better.
epidemiology about? What is epidemiology about?
So epidemiology basically is the study of disease. It's a study of disease based on how it's come about, which area is affecting, at
Okay,
what time of is it.
so if your interest is in epidemiology, all your answers have to revolve around epidemiology. You know, if you say the US has the largest healthcare, how does epidemiology fit into that? Maybe there are research centers on epidemiology, or maybe your school has a lab that specializes in, you know, diseases and stuff like that, that kind of thing. Those are the kind of answers which are more specific and which will be more convincing. Does that make sense? So I hope you look at that. Okay. Have you traveled outside your home country before?
No, this is my first attempt to travel outside my home country.
And do you have any relative in the US?
No, I do not have any relative. My parents and my family are all living here in in
Tell
Nigeria.
me about your plans after your studies.
So at the end of my study, I intend to use both the knowledge and the skills I will have learned at the end of this study, the leadership and epidemiological skill I will have learned. I intend to come back and continue from the public health career, which I've started as a medical student. So I intend to either come back and apply and work as a project coordinator with a non-governmental organization such as MSF and ICRC, which require people who already have Master of Public Health to work as a program coordinator in the northeastern part of Nigeria where I study, and I've done several seminar internship under them as a student. So when I come back with this degree, this will boost my career and give me opportunity to work as a lead role to lead their program. Or also, I
You're already a
also
medical
intend to,
doctor, right? You're already a medical doctor, right?
yes,
So if I were you, whenever I'm asked a question, I'll start with that. You know, what are your plans? I'll start with the fact that I'm already a medical doctor, and then connect how public health will make my job better. Like, your reason is not convincing enough to me what you want to use a public health degree for, because it doesn't sound like the degree is even going to do more for you than you already, you know, have as a medical doctor. So I am not, your answer is not strong enough. I am not convinced by why you want to study the program. The visa officer wants to be convinced why you need a degree, how the degree is going to help you in your career. And I am not, I don't feel that. I could be wrong, but I don't feel that, right? So yeah, I mean,
okay.
I wish you the best, and yeah, I mean, I've told you what I need to tell you about the loan. It's scary. Anytime I see students using loans, I'm scared about it. You know. So yeah, I mean, you can still go ahead and go for the interview if you want, but I don't recommend it. So yeah, I wish you the best. Okay. Do you have any question for me?
Thank you.
Yeah,
I don't really have
I've
question.
I've killed your energy, right? Yeah. In Nigeria, you are in Nigerian, right?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. In Nigeria, they will say, "I am bad belly" or something, right? In Nigeria, that's what they will say, right? So, yeah, I'm not bad belly. It's just me trying to look out for people. Like, everybody can come to
Yeah.
the US. That's a fact. Everybody can come. It just takes some work, and we have to come right? We have to come prepared, not come and then wish we were back home. You know, that's the whole point. So yeah, I wish you the best, and yeah, all the best to you. Okay.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
Yeah. So yeah, let me just go through the comment section, and then um so I know Randy has been trying to join, but I'm not adding Randy. Nah, I have to. When it comes to things like this, I'm very strict. Right. I started the live session before Randy tried to join. I don't accept stuff like that. If something is going on, if I tested Randy before, like about 30 minutes before time, to find out if he can still join. He didn't respond until I had started a live session and all of that. I don't rule like that, and I would tell you brutally that no, I am not going to add you, and I don't do things to please people.
I know how to live alone, how to be strong alone, how to fight alone and stuff like that. So I am not trying to please anybody or make anybody. No, no, no. No. So I have to tell you, okay, Randy, I'm not adding you because if you had told me that something has come up and that I should give you a few minutes, that will make sense. I will wait for you. Like I will add you now, but you didn't tell me anything. That is disrespectful to me. So I'm not going to add you. That's just how it is. Okay. I wish you the best, and my videos are there. You can use them to prepare yourself and all of that. Okay. So yeah, sometimes if you are too lenient, people don't like it. Like no, I don't. I'm not going to. Uh, I have a who said, I think it was, is it Edwina who said, I don't know, either Edwina or Nenekwa. One of them said I am soft when I'm like that soft. I am like that soft, that or something, and then sometimes I am tough, like So depend on what is going on. Yeah, I can be very soft. I can also be very tough. That's just how it is. Okay. So hi Patrick, nice to have you. Ofori says it's time. Oman, hi. Karen, how is Nigeria? Raymond, hello Raymond. Oh, Ofori is from Indiana. Oh, that's nice. For you are in Indiana, people in the US they don't have time like that too. So it's nice that you have time. Wow, nice to have you around. Hi Isa, Raymond, thank you. Oman says, "Can I join the mock session?" So yeah, you can join, and I'll leave the details at the end of this live session. Then if you are selected, it depends on how many people I get. If you are selected, yes. I don't know. I don't like to select people and then I don't like selecting other people ahead of others, and then they don't join. Like those I select, if they don't join or they don't tell me anything, it makes me feel bad. Like, why didn't I select the other people? Like. Anyways, so Patrick from Accra, okay. Derek from Ghana. Sarah from Kenya. Tofik, yeah, Tofik, nice. Karen, Karen, yeah, loan. I just don't like loan. Man says, I totally agree with your calculations. Yeah, it's really dangerous. Michael says, uh, that is absolutely ludicrous. Karen, maybe not Nigeria. I think it's another country that he can work to pay for the loan. If not Nigeria, no matter go long. Yeah, he's from Nigeria actually. Nigeria and Ghana, you're coming to take loan and then go back, and no. I know obviously when you're not going to go back like easily. Maybe it will take you a bit of time before you finally go back, but yeah, it's still not easy. Patrick from Ghana, Benson, yeah. Wisben says his interview is 5th December. But Wisben, I've had I've seen you around there for a while. So Wisben, I mean, I just reach out, on Telegram after the live session. Okay, Wisben, I've seen you around a lot, and Wisben, I know you are in WhatsApp group too. I see you contributing and helping other people, and so I see all of that. Okay, I don't really read everything in the page, but yeah, I try to kind of glance through a few things sometimes when I have the time. I don't really have time at all. People don't know. People think I have the time, but I don't. Kende from Nigeria. Jonathan, what is your opinion on programs that don't require recommendations? Yeah, if the school doesn't require recommendations, it's not really a big deal. There's nothing wrong with that. The only thing is that not many schools are like that. But if the school doesn't require recommendation, yeah, just meet the application requirements, right? That's all. Ajala, thank you. Oluwadara, good evening. Uh, good evening, Ajala from Nigeria. Kingsley, good job. Thank you. Nenefia, I guess Nenefia success. Hey, success, I guess yeah, a Sarkodie follower. Hello, shall I have gained admission with no funding? What's your take on my case? I'm from Ghana. So, I mean, I don't know your family, right? If your family is rich and they can sponsor your studies, you can go ahead and then go for the interview because they can sponsor you. But if you know your family cannot sponsor you, it is difficult to, after you get admission without funding, it is difficult to get funding. You can still get funding. There are people who get funding before they even come, and you can get funding from other departments. All these things, they are all options. And also you can also get funding after your first semester, right, in the US. Like, all these are possibilities, but your chances are very slim. And even your own department, after the first semester, your department can depend on how well you do, or even as soon as you arrive, right? If somebody was offered funding and the person decided not to come, or the person went to a different school, your department can give that funding to you, right? But how do you know somebody will not come, right? It is a risk. And yeah, I don't know if you want to take risk like that, but it's dangerous, right? There are people who have come and they are struggling. So when I talk more, sometimes it's based on these things, right? So yeah. Then if okay, Randy says, I not to offend you, but I saw your message late because I left Ghana and the time difference was against me. Okay, so Randy, you left Ghana, and Randy is making me is talking to the other side of, is making me want to reconsider. Well, Randy, let me think about it, okay? Because the thing is that, you know, when you have an appointment, because we are human beings, we can easily forget. So you should have an app that is always going to remind you. There are so many reminders, reminder apps that you can use so that you don't forget. That's the whole point. Okay, well, we'll see. Ajala says help me with mock. So Ajala, yeah, if you are selected, yeah. So far, so I'm going to select two people, but I've already made it clear that I'm going to select waistband. So I'm going to select one other person. That's just how it is. I mean, waistband, I know waistband, that's the only thing. And I will not, I will not try to, you know, tell you that I'm completely neutral. I am as neutral as anybody can be, but yeah, just the way life is. So, Hoops says, I appreciate your effort. Any opinion concerning full athletics scholarship going for the second time, and also a minor 17 years? If you have full athletics scholarship, yeah, I don't see any issue. I think, yeah, once it's full, you have a very good chance of getting your visa approved. Okay, just prepare yourself very well. I have videos that you can use to prepare and all of that. Going for the second time, they are going to ask you what has changed since your last interview. So that's the main thing. You should have a good answer for that. Okay. Maybe I'll say, what's your take on having your interview outside your home country? Well, my only issue is the stress. You have to go through a lot of stress to you have to go through a lot of stress, a different country, the cost of the flight and all these things. So but I don't think it makes any difference going to a different country. I don't think, but that's something you have to decide, right? If it says it's a conditional admission and it's intensive English program, what do you suggest I do? Is it a valid case to defend during my visa interview? So they've given you a conditional admission because they think your English needs improving. So maybe, yeah, I don't know if that will, well, I think that may be indicated on your I-20 in terms of there is a portion on the I-20 which has to do with English proficiency. So they may put conditional something, yeah. I don't know if you once you don't have funding like that, I will always want to get funding before I go. So TikTok, Dr. Nasser, hi Dr. Nasser, Emmanuel from Ghana, Kweku from Tepa, and Nature from Ghana, Adjoa Tichua. Okay, you shared a live, thank you. Abdul Muiz, how do I request to join? I don't know if you mean the Telegram page. I think I've talked about it already. Okay. Believe share the live. Thank you. Believe says I want to request. So yeah, I think the same the same information. Believe says yours is on Tuesday. Tuesday is late. I only have Sundays. I actually have a homework. Sometimes there are certain things I don't want to say because if you say it, it's like maybe you are looking for attention or because people will not understand. I have a homework that I need to do, which is due 11:59 today. And so after this live session, I have to work on my homework. I'm telling you, I'm not kidding you. I cannot lie to you for anything. So, but yeah, so I don't have the time at all. The only days I have some free time are weekends, Saturday and Sundays. I'm telling you. So, yeah, I cannot do anything about it. Mommy says, please can I have a visa interview session with you? So yeah, you can. The same thing that I've said, right? Hi Franca. Okay. Pison says, talk about transition from F1 to H1B. I've talked about it already. I think I posted a short about it. About maybe you can check my TikTok page. Maybe it's a more recent video actually. So you know. So I mean, in summary, F1. If when you come to the US as an F1 student, you get opportunity to after your program, you get opportunity to work. So you work for 1 year. If your program is a STEM program, you get 2 more years to work. While you are working, whether in your first year or between the first and the third year, the company you are working for can decide to file an H1B for your H1B visa. The H1B visa is based on the company. If the company thinks you have skills that no one in the US has, right, special skills or something, then you get the H1B. H1B, you can have H1B up to 6 years. So it is 3 years, and then it will be renewed for another 3 years. Within the period of H1B, you can be entered into a lottery for you to get a green card. So that's how it works. Okay. Joy says, what's your take on having your F1? Okay, I think I've answered this question. Okay, I think I've answered you. Those on TikTok, sometimes I get to you guys late, so sometimes you might think I'm not going to respond to your messages. All right, where is Randy? Let me check Randy. So Randy, can you hear me?
Yeah, Shai, I can hear you.
Okay.
Please, sorry, I want to apologize once again.
Fine. It's fine. It's all good. Everybody can make mistake, but the most important thing is if you know how to say sorry, or if you explain, if you have a good reason, then there shouldn't be an issue. So let me start with where are you going?
Okay, I'm going to the US, specifically Northeastern University, to pursue a 2-year master's degree in project management. This program will provide me with the practical skills, theoretical concepts, and also specialized skill in leadership, management, strategic planning,
Current job.
resource allocation. Okay, I work as an administrator of a school.
Okay.
The school belongs to my parents.
Okay. You say you're going to.
And I've been working for over 5 years.
Okay. You say you're going to.
More than 8 years.
You say you
Northeastern.
You say you're going to study public administration, right? Did you say
No, project management.
Project management. Okay. Because I was cleaning the thing, I didn't hear it well. Okay. And you are an administrator at your mom's school, right?
Yes, my parents' school.
Okay. And why do you need this degree? I know you said a bit of that, but let me just ask you specifically, why do you need this degree?
I need this degree at this particular time because very soon my parents will be retiring to a more lenient job. And this program will equip me with practical skills, strategic planning, and special skills in leadership, management, resource allocation, budgeting, that will be able to equip me to efficiently and cost effectively manage the long-term and short-term goals of the school. Also, this program has a special or unique courses in social responsibility and analytics, which I believe will help me attain my
why do you need these particular skills? You mentioned the skills you are going to learn, but why do you need these particular skills?
Because taking over the directorship of the school, I'll be involved in leadership. I'll be involved in making strategic planning because the school wants to expand. The school has currently acquired a plot of land and want to expand its services to others. We also want to integrate technology, and also we want to implement the Cambridge assessment international examination, which it takes a lot of steps to introduce, and these are special decisions that.
Let me come in, okay. I don't know why you start with the weak points and then you end with the strong points. So when you are asked why you want to study the program, you started by saying your parents are going to retire and they are going to take a more lenient job. What do you mean by lenient job? You could have been specific about exactly what they are going to take, but that is not even an important point.
The point is that you can start with your background. You currently work as what is your what did you have your bachelor's degree in?
Okay, so my bachelor's degree is different. Is different. It's telecommunication engineering,
Okay.
and I did work a short
No,
for a
it's
short
not
time, but then
it's not it's not different like the way you are thinking. I am actually thinking it's even a good thing. Okay. Uh okay. So I am thinking, you mentioned some few things. You said you want to integrate technology, you want the school to incorporate the Cambridge style. So why I would have started with the fact that I'm currently working. I'm currently the administrator of my mom's school, and we are planning on integrating technology and stuff like that. Like that's And so I want to pursue this degree because this degree is going to equip me with. Then you make specific you mention specific things related to the integration of technology in the school, and that your goal is to expand the school to other part of the country or something. I think this is a more solid point to start with. And you can even add that you
okay,
actually have a telecommunication engineering, and that is why you want to integrate technology and stuff like that, but you need the project management skills to be able to do that. I think that would have been a more solid answer and more straightforward than talking about your mom and dad. They can still be there, and still you can take the initiative to expand the school to other
okay,
communities or something.
okay,
So you can
okay,
make your answer
okay,
more stronger. And
okay, okay.
okay, I am seeing Opori says, what do you do as an administrator? So when I ask you what you do, when you mention that you're an administrator, you should have mentioned your responsibilities, right? So that's what Ofori is pointing out. So Ofori, thank you. Does that make sense?
Yes, yes, I get
Just
it. I get
yeah.
it.
Okay. And let's so why the US?
Okay, in my opinion, the US is the best place for me to accomplish practical education and also impactful, be able to engage and lead impactful projects. Because the US education is known for innovative approach in education, and also I'll be able to collaborate with peers from diverse background who also enrich my professional development, and also learn from industry professionals from around the world who will be teaching me.
This answer is familiar, right? This answer should be familiar to me, right? You cannot copy something that I post and then, because I always tell students that everything has to be specific. You have told me that you want to incorporate the Cambridge style. So why don't you tell me about the fact that US education incorporates a lot of technology, and you want to learn how these technologies are used in the US education system so that you can implement it in your mother's school? Like, you have to make it specific. Don't use somebody's transcript to build your answer. No. Does that make sense?
It
So
makes sense. It
you
makes
have a
sense.
better story. You have a better story. So you should stick to your story, and then craft something around your story and make it make sense. Make it more personal. Make it, because you cannot be using that answer won't does not fit you. Like, for instance, you said you want to collaborate with peers around the world. How does that really help your mother's school? Are they coming to invest into your mother's school or something? Like, the person was talking about the transcript you are mentioning has to do with somebody who was coming to do MBA. So he's talking about, that's not even his first point. It's more like his third point, trying to say, that collaboration is going to give him some business ideas and stuff like that. That kind of. So you have to stick to your story because you have a good story and you can build it well. Okay. So don't
Oh,
don't don't use
okay.
somebody's story. Right? It's dangerous. Okay.
You catch me, though. You tell me.
So, but who is sponsoring your studies?
Okay. I have a scholarship of which covers over 50% of my tuition. So I'll be taking care of half of my deficit. That's 22,000. I haven't worked for over 8 years, and also the rest will be covered by my family, specifically my mom, who who will be covering the. She is a co-director of the school, and the school earns an estimate of $260,000 a year. She also owns a
Okay, hold on, hold
restaurant
on, hold
called.
on, hold on, hold on, hold on. I know that we always want to make like exaggerate the amount so that we appear as we can sponsor the studies and all of that. But $200,000, it's not a small money. Is it a university?
No. It's a
Private
a
private
private
school?
school. It has about over 800
S-
students.
Okay, so my point is that, is it true? If it's true, then fine. Is it true?
Yeah, it's true.
Okay,
It's
then
true.
fine. Then you can go with it. Once it's true, then I think you have a good chance. Yeah, I mean, it's all about, the visa officer looking at you and then you expressing it well, and then that one is between you and the visa officer. The kind of how you sound on the day, and what the visa officer perceives about it. So yeah, well, and
Yeah. Please, can I ask a question?
yeah.
Okay, so the funds is coming from one is from tuition and one is from they pay miscellaneous. That's feeding and transportation.
Yeah.
So I added the two together.
On the I-20, how was it captured?
So the IFCT, they just captured the deficit, so 22,000. They didn't
S- so like on the I-20, you have the scholarship is there, right?
Yeah, the scholarship is there.
Yeah, so
That's
just say you have you have a scholarship of that, leaving you with a deficit of this, which is going to be covered by your personal savings from working as this for this time, and also your mom who owns the school that you currently work and stuff like that. I guess that
okay,
that
okay,
should work.
okay,
And
okay. Thank you.
how did you get that scholarship?
Okay, it's a merit-based scholarship, and that I applied for, and having looked at my vast years of experience and also my academic background, I was awarded this merit-based scholarship, together with a 5% scholarship that was given to everybody.
You don't talk about everybody. Talk about only you. If you talk about everybody, it's like it's not you have not even done anything special. The goal is to appear that you did something special to get it. The visa officer will not know that it was given to everybody. So stick to the fact that you got this. You can say you got a merit scholarship of this amount after you submitted an application, and it was based on your GPA, your work experience, your job. Like straightforward and simple. Like capturing everything, all the key
Okay,
things. That's just how you can. Well, have you
okay.
traveled outside your home country before?
Yes, please. I traveled to the US this year with my family, my wife and kids, and yeah.
What did you go to do in the US?
Okay. So we went for visiting. It's our first time being in the US, so we went for tour and visiting. I had the
Okay.
opportunity to visit places too as well.
So the visa officer may ask you, where did you go to? Right. That's, don't tell me, but I'm just saying, right? The visa officer
Oh,
may ask
okay.
you, where did you go to, and where did you stay? All of these things, right? All these things can come up.
Oh,
So
okay.
yeah, I think you have a very good chance, because your story makes sense to me actually, and you just have to capture it well. And also the fact that you've been to the US, helps a lot. Like it helps with your finances, it helps with your ties and all of that. So yeah, I wish you the best, and yeah, just stick to your story. Your story is that you are an administrator in your mother's school, and you want to incorporate technology and Cambridge style of whatever, and then that's why you need this project management degree, because you're going to learn these skills that are going to help you do that. And you want to do it in the US because US education incorporates a lot of technologies and stuff like that. You want to learn how things are done. Like, you can craft it better than what I'm even saying. So yeah. So yeah, I wish you the best. Okay.
Thank you so much.
Yeah,
Please,
no
can I
problem.
get a copy of the recording so that I, I,
The
I,
recording is
I
on YouTube, so you can watch it anytime. Okay.
okay,
I will put the link on the in the Telegram page, so you can always watch it. Okay.
okay. Thank
Yeah.
you so much.
All right. No
Thank you so.
problem. All the best to you.
And please, I apologize once
No,
again.
it's okay.
My
You don't have to apologize. I mean, I don't even think about it again, so that's okay. All right. All the best. All
thank
right.
you.
Yeah. All right. Let's look at let me look at the comments. Okay, Charles says, I want to study abroad, but I'm facing financial problem. Is there any way you can help me? Help me, sir. From I'm from Ghana. Well, this is where I have to tell my story again.
I have a lot of stories which I haven't even shared with you guys. There are certain things that I don't do anymore, and most of you will not understand why I'm very strict on these things. I spent so much money on people. People that had not even seen before, I was spending money on them. I did so many things for people. Like I sacrificed a lot of time, too much time for people. You know, like, and I went through a lot of painful experiences from all of that. You know, you have no idea. So there are things I don't do anymore, and you will say you don't have any, but as soon as you get to the US, nobody knows what you are going to become, and that's just people. I've seen a lot of people. People tell me, "Oh, I don't know anybody. You are my only hope," and I've dealt with all those people before. I'm telling you, and so for me, I'll tell you here. I will not tell you, "Oh, come and talk to me later," and then no. I'll tell you straight away. There are certain things I don't do anymore. I don't know what will happen in future, but right now I don't have, you know, the energy and the joy to do some of these things. Like, nah, I always believe that if you are hungry, your brain will always tell you to find a way to deal with, to find a way to eat and all of that. Even if it's hard, I will carry something. If I have to carry something to get money for application fee, I will do that. I'm telling you. So you have a phone, you buy data and all of that. There is a good chance you use the data to do certain things, but you can actually use it to explore schools and like I have dealt with a lot of human beings. It's just difficult. I've seen all sort of things about people, so it's not easy for me to even trust people. Like people don't know. Like and sometimes when you say some of these things, somebody will be there and be like, "Oh, you Shaibu, you are this." No, because you don't know my story. That's the thing. You don't know what I have done for people and what I got back. I am so kind. Like I give without even thinking about it until everything came crashing down for me. So I have my story, and one day you will understand the extent of what I did for people. One day you get that, and then everything will make sense to you. But that doesn't mean I'm angry about anybody. No, I'm not angry about. I don't even think about anybody. But I just have to do the right thing for myself. What makes sense to me, and yeah, that kind of thing, right? Because if you keep meeting people that you don't know from anywhere, and then you cannot even tell whether they are telling the truth or not. How do you help people? Like, there was a time I told myself that if you are not somebody who is sick, that I can confirm that you are sick, I cannot help you in my life. Like I got very strict on these things. Like, but yeah, I would tell you, I want people who like me for who I am, and I will not pretend like a lot of people. No, I'll tell you what it is. So that's just how it is. Ofori says, yeah, I think he has a good chance of approval, and he sounds smart. Yeah, Ofori, alright, yeah. Okay. Okay. Let's look at TikTok quickly, and then we'll end it. So I just says, what if you have funding of 35%? That doesn't tell me anything, right? If you have funding of 35%, it doesn't tell me anything. Who is sponsoring your studies? Who is the one taking care of your studies? And also, the person a credible sponsor? Can the person really, really sponsor you? Like, we have to look at all these things before we can. So yeah, it's not about the funding. If you have full funding, then it kind of makes things very easy. But if you don't have full funding, the question is, who is sponsoring you? What do they do, or what does the person do? Like, all these things have to, Ella, hi Ella. So it is what it is. So yeah, TikTok, I think I've answered all your questions. So let me just go on YouTube, and then let's end it. Ofori says, Shy, please relax. We need loan. Ofori is in the US, so Ofori knows what he's saying. He knows that this loan thing, it be scary. So yeah. So hey, Joda, is it the Joda that I know? I guess it's Joda that I know, right? So guys, thank you so much for watching, and now I need to go and do my homework. So I'm going to see you next week Saturday. All right, so take care of yourselves, and bye bye. My name is Shaibu.
The goal of this channel is first to help students get admission and funding into schools abroad. Secondly, to help students get their visas approved. And finally, to help students navigate through life in a foreign country. If any of these interests you, consider subscribing to the channel so that you don't miss any of my future videos. I intend to post 2 long videos every week. I have been living in the